Hi everyone, well it's about 24 hours later now. I'm back where I was yesterday, and I just wanted to add some additional information because obviously I was a bit emotional yesterday. I want to add a bit of extra information and context for what's going on here and what's really brought us to this stage where something like this has happened. You know, I was on the other side before and you just see the birds flying around frantically, really distressed. Three things have brought us to this point. It is a real mixture of state, council and then the developer. The state government is the first one to blame with the Shaping Southeast Queensland Regional Plan, which has 81,000 houses meant to come into the Toowoomba urban footprint, which includes Highfields. I can't remember the year, it's within the next 20 years I think it is, but it's a huge amount, and it includes habitat like this is earmarked to go in. So, you know, earmarked to be developed for houses. So there's something wrong with that plan, and that the blame for that part of it lays squarely with the Crucifoli LNP government. Then you have the Toowoomba Regional Council. They're the second ones to blame here. Now the developers did try to have part of this set aside as parkland, and the council wouldn't have that because they didn't want to spend more money on parks in Highfields. And when you look at how much money the Toowoomba Regional Council spends on parklands compared to the other councils in South East Queensland, and I've seen figures, it's like half or even less. It's really, really low. So you've got that. Then you've got some of the engineering requirements from the council with developments with roads. So on the other side, I don't know if you can see it there, there's some trees still along Barracks Road. They're all going to come down as well. The massive big trees right along the verge that the council own, they're all going to come down as well, because in order to upgrade the road, the current planning requires that those trees go. So I know we're getting a new planning scheme in Toowoomba and it better fix something like that, but clearly what we've got now between the Toowoomba Regional Council and the state government just is not fit for purpose, and that's two very big things to account or blame for what's happening here. And the third, of course, is the developer. Now, you know, I'm sorry, but if you've got a net worth of over $300 million and you decide it's okay to do this, then something is wrong. It just is not good enough in this day and age. And, you know, it doesn't matter that the current laws and the policies and procedures of the state government and the council allow you to do it. Going along with that is just a major shortcoming. It's a moral shortcoming to destroy habitat like this in this day and age where we're losing it left, right and centre. It's just not good enough, and the developer has a huge amount of blame for that as well, because they didn't have to take advantage of this lax laws and just try and make more and more money. So that's it. It's more than just the developer. It's the council and the state are also part of this. It's a complete mess. And the end result is you lose trees that are hundreds of years old that support, you know, I haven't added it up, there's probably about 8 or 9 guilds of birds and mammal, and then you've got mammals on top of that. But, you know, this habitat is used by a lot of different groups of birds that forage in a lot of different ways and nest in a lot of different ways. And it doesn't matter if you relocate stuff, because where you put it, you're just invading the territory of what's already there. If you replant stuff, you know, you're not rebuilding, or certainly not in the next 200 years, you're not replicating exactly the structure and the functionality of this kind of ecosystem. It all boils down to a money-grabbing exercise by the developers, taking advantage of what the state and the Toowoomba Regional Council are offering in terms of their policies and procedures, which just aren't good enough. So that's where the blame lies. There's three factors at play here, three bodies, and they all should be ashamed of themselves, because the end result is not good for us, it's not good for the community, it's not good for the environment. And, you know, I just want to address people who criticise what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I know there's a lot of people who are very supportive, and thank you for that. But the people who don't get it, you know, first of all, you need to understand that there's no housing, there's no business, there's no human infrastructure or anything that can exist without an environment underwriting it, okay? You can't eat money, it's as simple as that. You take out the biosphere, everything else goes under it, and we are sure as hell doing that step by step, and this is just another great example of that. So that's the big reasoning for it. It's in our interest, let alone the interest of the wildlife here. to save it. And I've got people coming to have a look. I don't know if they're coming over here. But, and you know, look, the people trolling me, I mean, for goodness sake, keep it up, right? It doesn't stop me, okay? Just do your best. Try and make a coherent argument though, okay? I've had so many people say, oh, well, land was cleared, you know, for your house. And some of it was, some of it wasn't. The point is, you can have houses in amongst trees. And if you don't believe me, go for a drive around the old part of Highfields, okay? I'm not a hypocrite. I'm actually living what I believe, because that's exactly how my house, you know, my situation in terms of, I've got one very large tallowood tree near our house. I don't have a problem with that. It's entirely possible. It's just a fear that's exploited by people to make more money in the way houses are developed. You can design around it, and you know what they should have done here is just made the bush part as like not developed it at all, just left it, or entered into a covenant with the state government. They could have done anything except actually demolish it. This was a choice, and you know, that's it. I hope that adds a bit of clarity to what's going on here. The trolling, you know, forget it. Give me a coherent argument. I haven't had one yet. And don't try and tell me that this is the only way you can make houses and make money. That's just laughable. So anyway, there's a summation. This is the mess we're in. Welcome to the 21st century. And how long is it going to last for? How long do we think we can live on this earth for when we do stuff like that?